The majority of our heavy metal exposure comes from seafood and drinking water. But unfortunately, heavy metals can also sneak their way into supplements, fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices, and chocolate. That's the one that hurts the most. While reducing the amount of heavy metals we're exposed to is a great first step, there's a second step that everyone should take. Eat more micronutrients. Heavy metals typically use the same transporters as micronutrients to go from the intestinal tract into the bloodstream. For example, lead competes with calcium for the calcium transporters. One thing is, the more calcium we have, the more calcium there is to compete with the lead. Another thing that's important is that when in a state of micronutrient deficiency, the amount of transporters in the intestinal tract for that micronutrient will increase. But if we continue to consume an inadequate supply of that micronutrient, we will maintain an elevated level of all of the transporters, which will increase the absorption of all of the heavy metals we're exposed to. So being deficient in some micronutrients can increase the absorption of heavy metals. In addition to this, many micronutrients are actually required for the detoxification of heavy metals. Probably the most importantly is selenium. Selenium is not only required for the selenoproteins, which are the proteins that function to reduce the toxic effects of absorbed mercury. Selenium can also turn mercury into its inorganic form, which is less toxic to the human body. And finally, selenium can even bind to mercury and allow us to safely excrete it in the urine and feces. Selenium is so important that they've come up with the Selenium Health Benefit Value Index, which actually gives seafood a score based on its ratio of selenium to mercury. I understand that it's difficult to avoid all heavy metals, but one simple way to combat some of the harmful effects of heavy metals is to simply consume as many micronutrients as possible. So download an app such as Chronometer, which can track your micronutrient intake, and aim to hit your recommended daily value of as many micronutrients as possible. With that being said, if you would like an individualized approach to nutrition and lifestyle to optimize your health, energy, and body composition, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.